Welcome back, guys, to the next episode where we will do the same thing, but this time without doing query builder. We will replace query builder with something that is cleaner, that is more eloquent, and without accessing any tables, without interacting tables or doing any kind of query. And that is using Laravel eloquent models. So it's time to introduce models. Models would help us to get rid of this relatively complex query. I mean, it's very simple compared to SQL. But now when you use models, you realize this is not simple. Because what we want to do is say tickets equals the model name. In our case, since we are working with tickets, the model will be ticket. So the model name should be singular form of the table. Or the other way around, the table should be snake case plural form of the model. So they are all snake case. When the table name is plural, the model name is singular. If you follow this convention in your model, you don't have to, in most MVC models, if you have experience with any other ORM, you would have to specify the table name and the primary key and stuff like that. To avoid that, just follow the convention, which is make your model singular form of the table name, which would be the plural form of what we are working with. Since we are working with ticket now, this would be the model name we want. And to access it, we just say all. And so this is what we want to accomplish instead of this relatively longer and complex query. This is the most simple query I ever written, and I guess that is the case for you. The model would be outside here in the app root directory I've created. It's going to be ticket.php. Here, I've created my class. My class is going to be ticket, and it extends model, which is from here. It's Illuminate database eloquent model. That's it, and I have specified the namespace here. Now I can refresh and see. If I refresh and see, it still doesn't know the namespace. And most importantly, just as we have imported use database here, we have to import our ticket. Use app / ticket, add ticket. Now it doesn't know it. The reason is it's because I haven't added the namespace here. So now if I say app / t, it will suggest ticket, which is perfect. I have imported ticket here, and I use it to get all the tickets from the database. So if you see, my class is just empty, which is what models are when you first create them, and we don't have anything here. We won't query. All we have to keep is that I refresh my page, and it is the same as before. I will do the same here. If I click, it goes to the ticket. I'll complete the same thing. This time, I'll comment this and replace it with tickets equals, again, my class, which is ticket. And then, instead of specifying the table, where now I'm not working with a database, I'm working with the eloquent model. So I say where ID is $ID, and then I say first script. Now I refresh this, click, and I get the same result as before, which is really great. Our code is way cleaner, and we have accomplished the same thing, but this time we used models instead of query builder, which brought our database into our controller, which we didn't want. I'll clean this up. I don't need the db query anymore, and I don't need this script. So now if you are building a bigger application in our ticket management, for example, we might need a table for category of tickets, so we will have a category model, a category controller. So writing all these models every time could be tedious, if you observe, right? I mean, it's just an empty class, but remembering this syntax and everything could be time consuming. If you have a lot of table, that means you'd have a lot of models and a lot of class. To help with that, Laravel comes with a lot of commands that we can use that would help us in dealing with these classes. So I'll bring my terminal over here so you can see it, and we have seen one command already. These are called Artisan commands, and the command we have seen is php artisan serve, and that is the command that would make our application run, which is great. Now we'll see other commands. This is very important in Laravel. You might forget the convention of like saying how our model name is supposed to be, how our controller is supposed to be, how should I organize my migration files, which we haven't seen yet, which we will next. All these kind of things could be confusing. So the php artisan command list, which you don't have to remember. You have to be in your project directory for that to work. So php artisan, I'll just type php artisan and click enter. These are the list of commands I'm talking about. So first, obviously, you get the -h for help, quit, version, and stuff like that to make it verbose, to give you a lot of detail in your interaction. And this is Tinker, what we are interested. There is migrate to migration file. We haven't seen what those are. That will be our next episode. There is authentication, which we haven't seen. A lot of configuration. This is what we are interested in now. The make command list. Make and something, what you want it to make. There is one here. For example, make controller. We have made a controller using manual way. We just created a class just like we would create other PHP file. But that's not the best way in Laravel. In Laravel, you use the PHP make controller command. The another is the PHP make model. This is what I'm talking about. To make a model, you just say PHP make model and you follow the syntax of that. If you don't remember the syntax, you just type PHP make model and click enter, and this interactive artisan commands would help you in remembering the correct command. So there's a list of a lot of commands here. I'll come to my to the bottom of my command. I don't think you can see it. Here. Okay. So I'll say PHP artisan make model. So you have seen the make model command. You don't know the syntax, so you just type make model and click enter. So it's saying it's not enough argument, missing name. Since I already have the ticket model here. First, I'll go delete that. Go back into my terminal. And this time I'll say PHP Artisan make model, the name will be ticket. Now I have a ticket model created for me here, and every syntax I wrote earlier is written by PHP. See, this is what I'm talking about. Another is a ticket controller we have built. I will delete that too. The inside code, we really have to write this. But other than that, everything can be created using Tinker. So I can say PHP Artisan make controller and then provide the name of controller. So let's make a model called category. We'll have list of a category of tickets, and then PHP Artisan make controller, and then I can say category controller, and then it will create a category controller for category class. For that, I can specify -r to make it resourceful, which means to create all the methods I might need in the controller. And then enter. And then here, category controller class is created for me. The usual methods of index, create, store, view, everything is created for me, which is really great and time saver. There are a lot of commands here, as you have seen. We'll go through most of them, especially the make migration command, which we will see next episode. That would help us create tables and generate models and controller at once. There is a way using flags like this that would help us create the model, the controller, and any other class around that model that would help us work on it really fast. We will see that next and accelerate towards building our application. Thanks very much. See you next.